that, you just add as much of that, and then you get the X. Just like this one, this is actually an one. You divide it. So you divide it.
Alright guys, let me catch up to you. How we doing out there? We alright? I should have given you a bonus problem.
The same for this one, like that one.
Are we ready? You need more time?
Sure, why not?
What's up? Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Alright, how do you do that? Give it to me. Yeah, do it. Yeah, at 11. I like it. I like it. So another way to look at it is addition is the opposite of subtraction, but positive 11 is the opposite of negative 11. It's going to help us out with a later one. Shabbat. So we got x equals 20. Does it check? 20 minus 11 is? Check. How are we doing out there? Are you all talking about math at the moment?
Yeah.
I can live with that almost. Alright. Hey, look at that shit. Alright, so what do you do here? What's the operation right now with the variable? Exactly. It's right now it's multiply by 3, so I'm going to do the opposite. So if you're not very confident with equations, that's what you say to yourself. What's happening right now with my variable? It's being multiplied by 3. So how do I undo that? I'm going to divide by 3. Good. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. I like it. So then, goes away. So I get x equals negative 4. I like it. Is it cool? You got it? I can't read you in the back. Laughing could mean several things. I don't know. So if you check it, is 3 times negative 4, that would be? 12. Check. It works. Yay. How we doing? You alright? Okay. Okay, so what about this guy? This is why I was trying to say this one a certain way. This is a little weird. You might say there's addition. Sure, there's addition, but it's a negative number being added. So how do I undo negative 8? Add 8. I'm always trying to make that become 0, so all the numbers are gone. Right? Move all the numbers to one side, all the letters to one side. So I add 8 so that this becomes canceled. Add 8. So we got x equals negative 11 plus 8? Negative 3. And again, if you have any trouble with that, if I owed you $11 and I found $8, I can pay you, but I still owe you $3.
$3 more.
$3 more, and I'll be all right. I want my $2.
Oh my God, that's really ever.
Yes, and if I want to check it real quick, negative 8 plus negative 3 is what? What's negative 8 plus negative 3? Negative 11, so it checks. You guys with me on this? Gosh, I can't. Some of you guys have the most concerned looks in your face. You're not saying a damn thing. I don't know. So, some of you are like, any questions? All right, maybe everybody has to poop. I don't know. Every single person, something. We gotta go. What do I do on this last one? Multiply. Yeah, so x divided by 6. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 6. So x equals 18. And again, when it's really basic like this, you don't have to do algebra. I understand that, because if I just said to you, what number you divide by 6 to get 3, you should be able to figure out it's 18. But the algebra, I need you to get used to it, because then when we get uglier and uglier and uglier equations, get closer and closer to real life, the algebra saves me from doing all those billions of things in my head. I just do one step at a time, one step at a time. Okay. So any questions from those? Alright, so let's do this. Before I let you out. Oh yeah, okay. No, go away. No, what's that? Sorry guys, give me 1 second. I want to give some examples right from the book here for you. See how weird they get.
I'm 6, so
Oh, okay, okay. They get a little bit weird. Okay, here we go. Ready? So, of course, before we get much further, we have to bring translation back in. I mean, translating from English to Mathish, right? Why, Jeff? Because I'm evil. You know that. We take a course in evil if you want to teach math. I got an A+ in that class, though. My evil class. Sweet. That will definitely help. All right. So what I mean is this. A number increased by 11 is 2. All right, guys. How do you rewrite this in math?
11 minus 11 plus increased.
So what's that word is? Why is that probably the most important word up there? Because it tells me it's an equation and it tells me where the break is between the two sides, right? So there's my equals. So I'll do this side. All right, Jeff. And yes, a number increased by 11 is a number. Sweet. I like it. And then, of course, you just have to do what to solve that?
Some voodoo magic.
Could work. Voodoo magic, but that's not the process I use. See on the day of the test, little voodoo dolls and stuff. Good one, problem. What's being done with the... Why do we have to get quiet all of a sudden? I know we did this to this, but who cares? Now I've got this problem. How do you do this problem? Subtract 11. Maybe it was too easy, you guys didn't want to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you said.
But it doesn't matter where a problem came from. I can just focus on that problem when I've got it written down. Some people think that just because there's a lot of shit before this, that changes this. No, I don't care where the hell it came from. I subtract 11 to get x by itself. So that goes away. X equals -9. Good. I like it. So there are going to be some problems where you're going to translate from English to math. The word is, or results in, those are like the equal signs. And that kind of breaks the problem up into two sides of the equation. We good? You alright? What's up? Are you okay? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Alright. So what about this? Let me give you one. Let me give you one just to try. A little bit more advanced. Not insane yet. Alright, so solve this. So it's kind of combining what we were doing earlier with solving equations. Don't say anything yet. Don't tell me anything yet. Too bad. So this might be too large of a step for some of us, but I just want to kind of push you a little bit and see who can do this. Some of you guys know this really well. That's great. Sit there and love it. But what is the first thing I have to do? We should be used to this now from before. Distribute. Since I can't do anything inside, the way around it is to do this. So what do you get when you do that?
2x.
2x. All right. So the big thing, the biggest way you guys are evil to yourself is you do little parts of the equation and then you try to bring them back together, and that's when things go on the wrong side and you lose stuff. Trust me, you want to do something but leave everything else the same and kind of keep going and kind of do like that. Not only does it make it easier for me to grade, it also makes it easier for you to get the right answer. Right? You got to trust me on this. Some of you guys want to be done with homework, but it would suck if you get it all wrong. You have to redo it. So what do I do now?
Subtract 3.
You subtract the 2. I mean, you add 2. So the negative 2.
Look at this side. Is there something you do on that side?
Yes.
Now what you're saying is not wrong, but there's a slightly better way to do it. I don't want to have to do each of those. Let me just combine them. What's negative 2 plus 3? So how did I lose you guys? What happened? What's going on? All right, let me go back in time. You ready? All right. If I just said simplify this, forget that for a second. If I said simplify this, what would you do?
3y.
And now what can I do? What are my like terms?
3y minus 1.
Yeah. So negative 6 plus 5 is? Negative 1. Now just because I put an equals something, do you see how I can still do all those same steps? And then I can start to move stuff. So technically you're not wrong if you wanted to add 2, subtract 3, but that's actually, it's not wrong. It's just better to simplify each side as much as you can before you start moving stuff around. I got less shit to move, right?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So it's not wrong what you guys were saying, but it's just a little better to simplify each side and then start moving stuff around. So this will be 2x. Negative 2 plus 3? Plus 1.
1 plus 1 equals 7.
Okay. Trying to understand here what's happening. You guys are getting too hung up. See, one of the secrets of math is to realize after I've written this, my whole universe is negative 2 plus 3. The rest of it doesn't mean a damn thing for that little bit of time. All I got to do is do negative 2 plus 3. Nothing else comes into that. This doesn't affect this. That is 1. Wherever I see this, that's 1. So okay. So nothing else is really coming into that. Now I start to worry about what do I need to get rid of now? The 1. I like it. Because I want to get this thing by itself. That's where my x is. So what do I want to do the 1?
Subtract it.
Subtract 1. So you get 2x equals 6. And then I can finally divide by 2. So x is 3. Woo! That was a trip. Again, I was pushing a little bit. We did take a bit of a jump.
You're right.
But it doesn't, the idea of what I'm trying to do doesn't change.
Yeah.
So what am I doing differently? Let me know. Is there a different way to do it?
Well, I learned a different way. Like instead of doing the negative 2 plus 3, I just added the negative to the
You
negative
added 2
and to the other
and
side.
subtracted 3,
Yeah.
right? But you see, just to show you a kind of a
But
silly
I still
example.
got the same answer.
Yeah, totally. I said what you were doing wasn't wrong. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying if you get it down, if you understand now that you simplify each side, it's going to make the ugly problems easier. So if I had this, right. Oh my God.
I think it's just blew up.
I don't want to subtract 3 and add 7. I can look at each side as a simplification problem first. Simplification problems are relatively easy. I just want to get my like terms together. So what are my like terms on this side? Yeah, the 4x, 2x, 5x. Yeah, 4 plus 2 plus 5 minus 7. 4x. Is everybody cool with that? Alright, so I'm consolidating all my crap before I try to move them around. Because if you try to move them around when there's too much stuff, you lose things. What about 3 minus 7? Equals 7 minus 3. 7 minus 3. 4. Let me stop there for a second. So that's why we talk about simplification in like terms before we start talking about solving equations, because simplification is a part of the process. So again, what you did was not wrong. It will come out to the right answer, but it's just there's a slightly better way for these uglier multi-problem problems, right? So now that looks a lot better than it did.
Yes.
What would I do next?
No, add 4.
Add 4. Good, because my x is here. I want to get rid of anything else with it. I'm going to add the 4. So I get 4x equals 8.
No,
Divide by 4. X is 2. I like it. Do you understand? I like it. So I kind of feel bad that you're shot, and it's not wrong. It's just not as good as it could be. Not as easy as it could. I don't know. All right. It sucks. No, I'm joking.
Could be gooder.
Could be gooder. That's right. Like my grammar. Could be much gooder. Some of you guys are like, not realistic, I'm joking, you're all. It's a good thing you don't teach English. We'd be in trouble. No. Alright. Let me see. I think that's plenty. I know it's a little bit early, but. You guys alright if we leave a little bit early? Is that okay? Alright. So again, if you need copies of the homework, just come with me to my office. I can print you out copies.
I will be following you.
Okay? Don't forget about the quiz. Quiz on Thursday. Yes.
So when you gonna give us the chapter 1 so we can say?
What do you mean?
The chapter you said we have to do it on chapter 1.
Do you need copies of it?
I already did. I already gave you chapter 1.
Oh, when did you give it to me?
I give you the papers that I wrote.
When? Today or yesterday? Today?
Yeah,
No. You gave it to me today, right?
Yes.
All right. So you're not asking, do I have it graded yet? I'll have it graded next time, of course.
Okay, so I mean, I said like I'm grading.
Huh?
So when you grade it, so I just want to see if my answer is right or wrong. So
I'll give it to you first thing in class.